America, 1974. The country is going through an oil crisis. Gas prices are rising every month. People are waiting in lines for hours at gas stations. And then she appears, Elizabeth Carmichael. Beautiful, confident, with a wide smile and bold promises. She declares, "I will build the car of the future. 3 wheels, fuel efficient, safe. It will change America." Her company was called the 20th Century Motor Car Corporation. In a small hangar in California, she introduced the world to a prototype called the Dale, a car that supposedly could go 110 miles on a single gallon of gas. Television loved her. Investors lined up. America believed in a miracle. Newspapers wrote, "A woman engineer challenges Detroit." But behind that shining facade was something darker. Liz knew how to impress. She spoke confidently, moved decisively, dressed elegantly. Nobody knew that just a few years earlier, she had been a man named Jerry Michaels, a seasoned con artist wanted by the FBI for forgery and fraud. With a new name and identity, Elizabeth decided to start over. The Dale was the perfect disguise. She collected money from investors, promising mass production within a year. People gave her everything: savings, houses, pensions. Journalists adored her. A woman in the car industry was a sensation. She became a symbol of courage and progress. But engineers working on the project began to notice strange things. The prototype didn't actually run. Under the hood, almost nothing. Some parts were glued in place. When one worker tried to look inside, he was strictly forbidden. One day, a journalist from Los Angeles decided to investigate. He arrived at the factory listed in the ads and saw an empty hangar. No workers, no machines, only one half-built model of the Dale. A week later, headlines exploded. The Dale Project, the biggest scam of the decade. Investors panicked. Liz vanished. The FBI discovered that all the money had been transferred to fake accounts, and Elizabeth had fled California. She was on the run for nearly 10 years. Spring, 1989. The courtroom is silent, filled with cameras and flashes. Liz Carmichael stands before the jury in a bright suit he had held high. She's no longer the queen of the auto industry. Now, she's just the accused. Prosecutors present their evidence: fake checks, forged documents, testimony from former investors. The total damage? Millions of dollars. The judge asks, "Miss Carmichael, do you plead guilty?" She calmly answers, "I am guilty only of dreaming too big. 5 years in prison." The irony? She was to serve her time in a men's facility. The judge called it an administrative necessity. For Elizabeth, that was the harshest blow. Everything she built collapsed. She served part of her sentence, was released due to health issues, and never appeared publicly again. Her trail fades away. Some say she lived quietly somewhere in California until her death in 2004. That was Liz Carmichael, the woman who fooled bankers, investors, journalists, and America itself. Was she just a con artist? Or a visionary who went too far? Maybe she truly believed she was building something great, but chose the wrong path. Every era creates its own sellers of dreams. Liz Carmichael was one of them. Her story reminds us that genius and fraud sometimes stand dangerously close. Would you have believed in her project? Do you think Liz Carmichael was a criminal, or simply someone who wanted too much to make her mark on history?